Girl, 11 Broadway. My original idea for the show was to shoot building entrances, but after I spent a day shooting them, I was very dissatisfied and felt they demanded a view camera to correct for perspective, and I gave up with the idea of shooting the building entrances, and I went instead for something that's attracted me for a long time, and that's the address numbers. And the first shot of the United States Realty Building, which is at 10th Street, the two of the same buildings flank 10th Street on Broadway. And I walked across the street. 100 Broadway was across the street. First day I was shooting, which is not used, but Bank of New York 1930 was from the first day. I came back, I had a dental appointment day before Thanksgiving in November 2024, and I made it over to Broad Street and Exchange Place, where 40 and 20 are. I guess 13 is near Broad and Exchange Place, I think. It was a liquor store. And then 90 and maybe 80 are in Exchange Place. 60 was on Broad. Fearless Girl was on Broad. And that it was a rainy day, which was kind of nice. And I didn't make it back until March. That was a long break. But on March I came down and I started at 65 Broadway, exiting the 4 train at Wall Street. I walked downtown. 55 is the only black and white shot, and it wasn't shot in March. It was shot in April or May. I came down for 2 sessions. It was the 55 that focused on the lights behind. They're on glass and on a window, and the lights behind them drew the focus of the automatic camera, and 55 was out of focus. So I thought that was a good excuse to shoot film, and I came back a second time to use fill flash as well, even though I hadn't seen the test film. I just kind of realized after I shot it, it needed a flash, which I love using. I love the gift store at 49 Broadway, walking down Broadway. Cipriani, which, I don't know, there was a MAGA party at Cipriani 42nd Street, which kind of makes me not think as much of Cipriani. Walking downtown, 11 Broadway, which is where Abaton is located. They don't have, well, the address is just kind of spelled out above the door, so I included the whole doorway. Number 1 Broadway. Then zooming across the Customs House and crossing the street to number 2 Broadway, number 1. It says Tops on number 1. I think that's Broadway, and it's that might be the the trading card company, Tops. I don't know if that was their world headquarters, maybe. I doubt it still is, but it might be. And then we're on State Street, and just across the street from there's a chapel across the street from the Staten Island Ferry. 17 State Street, I believe. There's a Tom Sachs installation, a couple sculptures in front of the building. That was kind of a delight. one Battery Park Plaza. And then I walked around to find the downtown athletic club, which is at 20 West Street. In the 80s, when I lived in the area, I walked by the athletic club the night of the Heisman trophies. I thought that was really cool. And it's no longer the athletic club, it's just a residence now, but all the same, it has the history. Then we're on the other side of Broadway from the even numbered side. Go through a few from 50 down to 32. And then before I went home that day, this is probably April now, back shooting, trying to get more shots in April. And I got One Wall Street, which I think was under construction last year, and I think that's a newly exposed sign for numbers, address. I had a blast shooting this. I wandered around. It was part of my visual journal series as it comes up. And I wandered around taking snapshots my whole time in New York. And it was just a joy to take these. And I love numbers, and it's a thrill for me to even spend time with the piece. So, Broadway, Cipriani, 29 Broadway, 39 Broadway, 45 Broadway, 55 Broadway, 20 Exchange Place, 40 Exchange,